doing? It is spring. Spring is about fertility, and it is Easter Sunday. Easter, Ishtar, Astara. These are ancient goddesses' names. Have you ever wondered why during Easter time they have Easter egg hunts? Now, the Easter eggs represent fertility because the earth blooms and blossoms in the spring. So, with the eggs, fertility. So, anything that you are trying to bloom and blossom during the spring, Easter, Ishtar, Astara, these are ancient goddesses' names. Osio Halito to those tuning in. I'm just coming live real quick. This is spring. It's about fertility. And we are in April. Okay? I'm coming from the Cherokee Feast of Days. April is the flowering month. It is Tsilaw'nee, the flower month. Okay? Tsilaw'nee. All right, and the quote just talks about how basically they were done with the Supreme Court. They was like, it seems to me that the rulers of the Cherokees have significant intelligence to see the utter impeccability of placing any further reliance upon the Supreme Court. So basically, they was like, we intelligent enough to handle our own affairs. Our ancestors had their own governments, their own leadership. So they knew how to get things done. And this is, yes, imbecility. Okay, I read that wrong. It says, it seems to me that the rulers of the Cherokees have significant intelligence to see the utter imbecility of placing any further reliance upon the Supreme Court. So basically, they was like, we don't have to put reliance in the Supreme Court. We got our own court system. We got our own leadership. We have our own government. Okay? So, it's about April, the flower month, fertility. That's the theme of today. And so I'm going to read what today is. Today is, I believe, April 3rd. April 3rd is about self-awareness. So in case you want to screenshot this, self-awareness. All right, so April 3rd, self-awareness. Why must we judge ourselves by what someone else is saying? They only think it is possible to fit our lives into the narrow confines of theirs. Let us search our own souls. We have spiritual connections uniquely our own, deeper in many ways than those of the people who want us to be like they are. But there is no way we can be like another person. We can only be better in our own way. We know right from wrong, regardless of how the world at large has tried to condition us. Nothing can keep us from hearing our own voices of common sense. Nothing, that is, but the noise and clamor of outside voice. And yes, maybe some are inside, but they have no good purpose. They mean to destroy. We need not daily, we need not dally with trouble. We can refuse to be a part of anything that was not a gift from Great Spirit. Galun Lati. Okay. It says, we need not dally with trouble. We can refuse to be a part of anything that was not a gift of Great Spirit. So the quote is from Montezuma. And the quote is, to fight is to forget ourselves as Indians in the world. Okay. So, our people, we had our own identity. I just read a quote from Montezuma. Cherokee Feast of Days. This is the April month, which is Tsilaw'nee, or Tsilaw'nee, the flower month. And I'm reading from April 3rd today, which is self-awareness. And the quote at the beginning of the month was talking about how we have enough intelligence. We have enough intelligence where we don't have to rely on outside sources. And at the end of this, it says, we can refuse to be a part of anything that was not a gift from Great Spirit. And the quote from Montezuma was, to fight is to forget ourselves as Indians in the world. Now, they wanted us, our ancestors, to forget their Indian identity. That's when they had the noble savages type thing. You know, they called us savages, our ancestors that. But in reality, the invaders, the enemies, were the savages. And they wanted us to lose our identity and embrace theirs. There you have the sarcastic, derogatory word as noble savages. Ocio Halito, Redbird 101. Akichiwa. All right. Peace unto you. It is spring. I got spring fever, so I decided to come on live today and just speak some words about fertility. It is Easter. It's the Shabbat today, the Sabbath. Some celebrate it Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday, yes, happy spring equinox. Yes. So Sunday is really the day of the sun. Saturday is Saturn Day. Friday, it deals with some of my Creole ancestry. They deal with Friday, and that is a day of Oya Yansa also. So, I'm coming from self-awareness from the Cherokee Feast of Days. And we have to just remember to judge ourselves according to our core Aboriginal, autochthonous, indigenous spirituality. According to Great Spirit, our ancestors, and our spirit guides. Not what the enemies, the colonizers, their little philosophies, okay? So, that's from the Cherokee Feast of Days. And the herb of today, and I'm coming from the herb and root magic hoodoo. Y'all know I embrace my red bone Creole ancestry also. So, patchouli. Okay, patchouli is down there if you want to screenshot patchouli. Okay, it's an earthy, I've worked with patchouli. It's an earthy, it has an earthly scent. And Okay, patchouli is used for money drawing, jinx breaking, love drawing. Okay, drawing these energies towards you. So it's green, it's of the earth. So it's supposed to attract things that are fertile. Um, you can attract money with it, love with it, and it's jinx breaking. So if you feel somebody put a root on you, or you feeling off balance, patchouli is something you can use, and you can make your own essential oils. And that's what I have done. I've made my own essential oils. I've used olive oil. I've used jojoba oil. I may be pronouncing it wrong, but I've used that as my base. And then I added the patchouli and some other things to make it smell pretty. So, it gives a recipe to do a bath, like a spiritual bath for fertility. So, you can put patchouli in your bath water with rose petals, orange flowers, and chips of Queen Elizabeth root. Brew this blend in a tea and use it once as your bath. You let after you bathe in it, you air dry, and rather than towel dry, you keep the fragrance on you. Okay. um you can actually sprinkle some of that water by your front door, or by your mailbox, to attract money. So, let me see. They also give a recipe: blend patchouli leaves in equal parts with sandalwood. I've worked with sandalwood too, and quassia, and carry the mixture in a green flannel conjure bag dressed in money drawing oil. So a mojo bag, a green bag. I had one in my other purse, but I changed my purses today. So I keep a mojo bag with me. Mojo bag is equivalent to a medicine bag. Okay, a medicine bag. I have a medicine bag. It has things that promote healing, like herbs, sacred crystals, and rocks. Um, a powerful feather from a powerful bird, a bird spirit. Um, you have those type of things that promote healing and power in your medicine bag. Your mojo bag is like the same thing. You carry it in your pocket or your purse, your wallet. And they said to put some patchouli leaves, sandalwood, and quassia. Wrap it in a green mojo bag, or you can cut a green flannel shirt or old green flannel blanket. Wash it first, cut it, and put your herbs in there, and you can sew it up or fold it up and put it in your wallet or your purse. So these are just tips. I'm all about the herbs, the plants, and the roots. It's in my blood. So to break a jinx spell, or somebody that is pushing negative energy, evil energy towards you, this is what you can do. Now, this is for the people that ain't never scared. You get some patchouli roots and some graveyard dirt and agrimony, and carry the mixture in your mojo bag. So these are just tips for patchouli, and that is the herb, the root of choice today. Patchouli, and it's an earthy scent. You can make some essential oils to wear on your body, and that attracts money. It attracts money. It's jinx breaking, and some people added in their recipe to attract love. Now, I don't recommend like doing like love stuff, because you want something that's naturally, or someone that's naturally attracted to you. You don't want to try to force your will on someone. So I don't deal in all of that. I deal with a lot of the healing factors of the herbs and roots, for healing and for protection and to enhance my power. So I use a lot of those herbs and roots. So that is the herb of the day, herbs and roots. Hoodoo, that's the southern folk spirituality. And so I was gonna pull some cards from the Shaman Wisdom, and I did have a card to represent, because we're dealing with the Easter, Ishtar, Astara energy, which is the goddess of fertility. Aset is actually on these cards, but I'm gonna find the Earth Goddess cards and share a little bit about those, and then we'll do the Shaman Wisdom cards. And y'all can enjoy y'all day. It's beautiful here in the Midwest. It is 74 degrees. I'm at the park by the water, the pond. I see the eagles here. I see the geese. I even see 2 storks. They are big. It's another name for them, but I see them here. I see red-tailed-hawks, my spirit guide. But I'm gonna read some of these cards. Okay, so, but I'm gonna find the goddess card, because tomorrow is Easter. Last week they had Good Friday and Passover, and they don't understand that. They pay attention to these days, and these days are special because our ancestors already knew about the energies about spring. In the medicine wheel, spring is about rebirth, resurrection, renewal. Spring comes after winter. Winter represents death, hibernation, going deep within, meditation, sleep, slumber, hibernation. It's kind of chilly there. Okay. It's still a beautiful day. Well, yeah, it's nice and sunny. It's kind of hot. People are showing up at the park. But, yeah, so spring is about rebirth, renewal, and resurrection. And so, I'll find a goddess card. Okay. Y'all doing all right? So, with this earth card is about, I just gave y'all that recipe for money drawing money to you. So this is the success card. Okay, and has gold. Okay, it's green for the earth energy. But when I pull this card, it means that you're going to have success. Some money or things that are worth money are going to be coming to you. So I'm just looking through the cards, and I'm going to find a goddess card that represents spring. Yes, Gigagi Tawodi. That is the red-tailed hawk, or the red hawk. It could also mean the red-shouldered hawk. Alright. Yes, and this spring is about rebirth, resurrection, renewal, ascension. Okay? This is an earth card. It's about ascension. Raising your vibration. When it's sunny outside, you feel good. Your mood, your energy is different versus we just came out of winter. So that was a whole nother, That was like a deep sleep, death energy, going within, doing work on yourself, inner work. So now we being rebirthed. The flowers are budding and blossoming. And I was talking about this represents the cycles of life. It's the sacred snake that represents the Kundalini energy. It talks about the cycles of life. And I just mentioned the medicine wheel has the cycles of life. We have the physical cycles, and then they also happen in our lives. So it's spring in the physical, but it's also spring in my life right now, because I am creating, manifesting, blossoming, and blooming things. Manifestations. Okay? This is an earth energy. Manifestations. And it's green for that fertility energy. Okay? And when things start to bloom and blossom in your life, you want to nurture it. Okay, you see how she's watering the flowers. So whatever your dream, your goal, your project, your business, you gotta water it. You gotta nurture it so it can grow. And spring is a good time for things growing. Now summer is about just living the life, walking in it, feeling it, touching it, smelling it, the manifestation, just flowing in it. So spring is like, it's coming to fruition. You start to see some fruit, some flowers, okay? And another name for Mother Earth, or Great Mother Earth, Grandmother Earth, is Gaia. And this is the world card, the earth energy. It's full of life and fertility. You see, she's pregnant. So, I was talking about how Easter, they have the Easter eggs and the Easter egg hunts. The eggs are there because of the ancient philosophies, spiritualities that they stole the Easter philosophy from. The eggs represent fertility, okay? Fertility, getting pregnant, giving birth. And Gaia, the earth. And it looks like she's pregnant. Her breasts are full of milk. She's full of life. Life. And the word Easter. Easter, Esther, Astara, Ishtar is Aset. Aset represents the High Priestess card in this deck, and that's from the Akbulan energy. All right, let me see. I'm pulling up some more of the green cards, but this is one for my ancestors. She has her bow and arrow, and she's on a great golden eagle, and this represents clarity. Clarity. In the spring, you do get a lot of clarity, and last month, March, was the windy month. So we just came out of the windy month, and now we're in the flower month, which is Tsilaw'nee, the flower month, in Anianwaya, Cherokee. All right, I want to get one of these other goddesses energies with the green card. Okay, it's also about getting together. Powwows happen. We have the green corn coming up. That's in June. But this is about community. And you see how they are in a circle around the fire. Okay, it's kind of like being within the medicine wheel, and Great Spirit is the fire in the center. Okay, and it's a community gathering. So spring, summer is when we have powwows, gatherings, ceremonies. And spring is about fruition, bringing things into fruition, manifestations, okay? See, she has fruit, the fruit of her labor. She's full of life. She's voluptuous. She is flowing in her power of manifesting, bringing things into fruition. So I am the messenger, the Anidohi. Birth. Birth. Spring is about birthing something forth. Birthing something forth. What will you birth forth? Okay? What will you bring into this time and space of the now on earth? Okay? This is birthing forth something. See how she's green. Green represents fertility. That's why I got my green on today. I'm flowing in the green energy. I'm attracting money. I'm attracting high frequency people that are on the same frequency as me, which is, yes, I have my bloodline tribe, but I also have my tribe of people that I meet wherever I go. So this is birthing forth. She got that green energy, and she's birthing forth the flowers that have bloomed and blossomed. So yes, it's a beautiful time. So this is about basking in your beauty. She's in the garden. This is when gardens and crops start looking green and pretty and full of color and full of life. So I wish nothing but manifestations and fruition for us all. And I thank y'all for tuning in to my live. I'm going to pull some shaman wisdom cards. And they have a lot of herbs, roots, trees, the full moons. It's Aboriginal, Indigenous, Autochthonous, spirituality. They have sacred stones and rocks. They have a lot. They have spirit animals, totems, spirit guides, whether they're animals or plants. So I'm going to read a couple of cards from the Shaman Wisdom cards. And then to close out from the Toltec, which are descendants of the ancient Shi, the Tamil Ankin, the Fifth Agreement, Toltec Wisdom. I'll pull a card from that one because they're just basically encouragement cards. Okay, so I'm gonna cleanse these. Y'all doing all right? I appreciate y'all tuning in to my live. I'm just sharing wisdom that I have incorporated into my everyday life. Aboriginal, Indigenous, Autochthonous wisdom. Okay. And of course, Red Bone and Creole wisdom. So I'm going to cleanse these cards. Got my tobacco. Do got my corn pipe too in here, but we can close out with prayers and affirmations, and I'll light up my corn pipe. My Selu pipe, the great corn mother. Corn represents money, fertility also. So I'm going to shuffle some of the cards and see what pops out. See what pops out for us. Y'all doing all right? I thank y'all for tuning in to my live. Like, share, subscribe, please and thank you. Wado, Yakoki, Shonabischi. And if you want a life path reading or a spirit astrology reading, go to my website, which is rrjxitips.com. rrjxitips.com. It has my PayPal. Go to the contact page. It has my PayPal connected to it. If you want to donate, my Cash App is rrjxitips. Thank you. I appreciate your support. Alright, so we got the cards. The spring word for the flower month for my people and my people. Great Spirit. And I like to use, I have an array collection of cards, and I love to use the Aboriginal Indigenous ones. So, alright. So, we are in Aries season. Okay, this is the Crow Moon card, and it represents the Aries season. Peace, Redbird. Okay, this is the Crow Moon card. It represents Aries, childlike energy, because birth is, that's a baby, that's a child. But we're gonna delve in deeper. I'm gonna just show you what they are, and then we're gonna look at what the book says about it also. The next one is basically the sky card. In a lot of Aboriginal spiritualities, it's Father Sky, Great Spirit. Great Mystery is more of a feminine energy to me, because women are mysterious, but that's what I get. But this is a masculine air energy. Okay, has the 4 directions on it. And then this is not really a stone or a rock. It is silver. Silver is for protection. I have silver. Silver is for protection. Alright, silver is a feminine energy. It represents a casual chakra, and it's the air element. So we got 2 air element cards and 1 sun card that represents the Aries energy. So, and the card on the bottom is, let's see what the card on the bottom is. The elk. The animal spirit is the elk. Elk represents stamina. Stamina in anything. Whether you start a project, you gotta finish it. So you gotta take that wisdom from the elk medicine and use stamina. Like, last for the long haul. Finish it through. You start something, you birth for something this spring, finish it to completion. Keep flowing in it, keep working it. Keep working it. Okay? So that's the elk spirit. It represents the north direction, and the red road is north-south energy, and wisdom and knowledge comes from the north. So this is the elk card, the elk spirit. So we're gonna read. Okay, so we're in Aries energy now, which is the crow moon. Okay, so with the crow moon, all right, is the first card. All right. We are in the season of the crow moon, which crow, raven, is the symbol also for the Libra, those born in September, early October. Okay, so the crow moon is the March 21st through April 19th. It says, I am crow moon. I am discernment. I take various shapes and forms. I am power in your ego and in your center. You are under my light, and I see what is really going on. Be sure to keep your ego in check and operate from your strong center. Remain grounded and secure in your own self-reliance. Keep earth wisdom and healing at the forefront of activity. The crow is a spirit messenger. Listen to your intuition and look for these subtle signs, okay? Look for the signs and the messages. So basically, in a nutshell, is keep your ego in check. Because it's like the sun is out now, people flexing, they strutting, showing their chest and shit. Stay grounded. Keep your ego in check. Okay? Stay grounded. Keep your ego in check. Stay secure in your own self-reliance. Instead of flowing in the power of your ego, flow from the power of your center. And at the center of the medicine wheel is Great Spirit. So Great Spirit is in your center. So you flow from the power of Great Spirit within. That's what I get from that card. Okay, and the next card that I pulled was the Sky card, which is masculine and air energy. So shout out to all the Aries people and in indigenous astrology, if you will. The hawk is the Aries energy. Okay, it's the totem for the Aries. Okay, so 64. Y'all doing all right? All right, so the sky. Okay. It's the masculine and it's air energy. It says, I am the sky. I am the father. I am the grandfather. It is to me that all life comes. And the mother. I am the place of power. Look to me for your power. It is to me, the upper world, that the shaman journeys for enlightenment and creativity. Look up to the sky for spiritual direction. Okay, Great Spirit is within, but we look up. Because when you look up, that is coming from a higher frequency. Messages come from on high. If you look down, that's the lower energy, the lower chakras, the lower frequency. And it says something else. Let me turn the page. Okay. It says, look up to the sky for spiritual direction. It is to me that all look for the future. I am the sixth direction honored. I am the branches of the sacred tree of life. Lift your spirits to the heavens for any unlimited energy. Lift your spirits to the heavens for my unlimited energy. So unlimited energy, okay? I am the masculine energy, the electric, the yang, the right side. I am the Great Spirit. So this represents Great Spirit, which shows up in a lot of my readings. Mainly every one. But, okay, so the next card was the silver energy, which is a feminine, a casual chakra, and air energy. So, silver. So if you have some silver, silver is good for protection, okay? So, Silver. I am silver. I am compassionate. That's why it has the feminine energy. I am compassionate. I give hope at times when you feel there is none in sight. Meditate with me, and I will nurture, protect, support, stabilize, and balance your nerves. Motivate yourself. Stimulate your self-improvement. Listen to your intuitions, and I will support you in all that you will do. If you are feeling out of balance, look to your feminine side and be sensitive to all of your relations. I am versatile. I am awakening. So this is an awakening feminine energy. Your intuition, the great spirit within that gives you that intuition, that discernment, is a feminine energy, the feminine side of great spirit. So this just talks about if you meditate with a piece of silver, it helps balance you, stabilize you, protects you, it nurtures, it gives you support, it balances your nerves, it helps motivate you, and it stimulates your self-improvement. Okay, and the last card is the Elk card. Okay, and that is North direction, masculine, and fire energy. So we had 2 fire cards. The Crow Moon, they had the Aries energy, and this card, and then the silver was the air, and the gray spirit was the air. Okay, so this is 15 elk. All right, the elk energy. We got to have stamina. We got to see things through. Whatever we start, we have to finish it. All right, so the elk card. I am elk. I run the distance with stamina and strength. I feel my powerful legs carry me steadily away from my enemies and danger. My ability to survive is based on pacing myself. We got to pace ourselves. That's where stamina comes in. You got to pace yourself. Okay? Okay. My ability to survive is based in pacing myself, using no unnecessary movement. My fiery energy rears its rack when confronted with competition. So you can stand up to competition. And mainly your main competition is the womb man or the man in the mirror. That's your competition. Okay, and then, yes, we know haters, jealous haters, envious people, they do confront us, and they are a form of competition. So it says, the elk's love is deep and powerful. It comes from a pure heart. So the message is prefer the company, okay, it's saying you're gonna have like some new friendships blossom, okay, and even in your old solid friendships, it talks about being loyal. Okay, being loyal. It says, my loyalty is fierce but gentle. It has a balance. I am capable of great accomplishments. I am gratitude. I am majesty and beauty. I run the distance with stamina and strength. If I have, it says, if I have lopped into your life today, I am reminding you to pace yourself. Are you taking proper care of your physical body and your spiritual needs? If not, you need to pace yourself and pay attention to your spiritual needs and your physical body. You can accomplish much from strength of purpose deep in your heart, but not if you are unwell or burnt out. Okay? So take care of your spiritual needs, your physical needs, so you won't get burnt out. The elk medicine is for you as an indication that you need to reestablish your connection with your own nature. Your own nature. If you are a female, get in touch with your feminine, powerful abilities. If you are a male, get in touch with your masculine nature, your masculine abilities. Nurture them, okay? It talks about if you need to develop more power or more gentleness, basically do a self-check. Do you need to I would say that there's a moment, a time, and a place for everything to exhort your powerful, raw, fierce energy of the elk or the gentle side. Okay, and sometimes you can be powerful and fierce with a sprinkle of gentleness, you know. So you gotta balance it. You gauge it. Okay. It says check to see if people are truly coming at you with a jealous or envious energy, or are you displaying those attributes. It also talks about receiving okay, now it talks about people that are energy vampires that try to zap your energy or fuck with your emotions. um the elk energy helps you balance that shit. um it helps you balance that shit. It also talked about earlier um where it deals with your enemies and danger. That's where the power and the fierceness comes from. Okay. Now it goes to the next page. Y'all doing all right? Peace. Thank you for tuning in to my live. I'm almost to a close. We're going to do one more card, and then prayers and affirmations. Okay. It reminds us to go within. When you do that, you find pieces to the puzzle and the answers to the riddles that happen in your life when you go within. Okay. Once you have found the answers to the puzzles, the puzzle of your life, the riddles of your life, once found, okay, you know what it is. It talks about releasing and letting go, allowing unconditional love to flow freely in your experience. The elk represents majesty and beauty, fierceness, powerful energy, also with a sprinkle of gentleness when necessary. So, those were from the Shaman Wisdom cards. All right. So, gonna read one from the Toltec Wisdom. If you get a spirit astrology reading from me, I look at the American Indian astrology, the Aboriginal Indigenous astrology. So I incorporate the descendants of the Tsilaw'nee, the She, the Olmec, the Toltec. I incorporate their signs also. So I compare it to, you know, your sign, your astrology. We're in the Americas, but, you know, they brought over, you know, the other astrology, if you will. Like if you are in Aries, you will flow in the hawk medicine. Now, I am a Libra, which is Raven Crow. My opposite is the Aries energy, the hawk energy. And you do encompass some of your opposite energy. I'll explain that in another video. But when I do the readings, like, I know that, like, my Mayan symbol is the vulture, okay? And then the Aztec is a different one. So it incorporates all of these things in the reading. So if you get a reading from me, especially a spirit astrology one, I break down your animal spirit guides, your attributes, your personality, what you are prone for, what are your gifts, things going on in your life. And it's basically, that reading encompasses the life path reading too. Now, if you just want a life path reading, I don't go into your zodiac, your astrology, and all of that. It may come up, but life path readings, I just go over what's going on in your life, what happened in the past, some things for your present, and if you make the right decisions and choices, what your possible future is. If somebody is, you know, running game on you in a business deal, whatever, that comes up in a life reading. Peace, George. Peace. I am right now about to pull a card from the Fifth Agreements, the Toltec Wisdom. They are also descendants of our ancient ancestors, the Shi, the Tamoankin, the Olmec. So, Toltec stands for people of knowledge. They embrace the higher knowledge of the ancient ones. So, I'm going to cleanse these cards with my tobacco. And after I read a card from this deck, we're going to do prayers and affirmations. I got my sacred corn pipe, my Tsilaw'nee pipe. So, pray, Spirit. All right, we are in the spring season. Spring is about rebirth, renewal, resurrection. Okay? All right. This one talks about the messages you speak, the messages you hear. It says, what message am I delivering to the people I love? It says, I deliver truth and love to everyone around me. I use the word with impeccability to deliver my message, to deliver myself, because I am the message. Excuse me. I hear that loud and clear. So when we enlighten people about, you know, our bloodline, the sacred practices and spirituality of our bloodline, we are delivering a message. We are delivering parts of ourselves to people. Our life, our experience, our actions are the message that we speak loud and clear to people. First ourselves and to people, especially our family members, people we love, people in our immediate circle. Wherever we go, we are sending a message. So in essence, you know, we are messengers. I know that I'm a messenger, Ani Dohi. So that is one card. I think I'm gonna pull another one. I feel the itch, the urge to pull another one. And then we'll do the prayers and affirmations. And I'm out. I'm gonna let y'all enjoy your day. 2 cards popped out. It's crazy because these are 2 of the cards from the end of March, which is crazy. This one deals with Great Spirit. Now, it just talks about the Great Spirit is a force to be reckoned with, in essence. It says, I am the force that creates everything into existence. So don't forget about Great Spirit. Great Spirit is within. Great Spirit wants to be present in this reading, clearly. Because that's two cards. Because we got the Sky card from the Shaman Wisdom cards. Yes, we are messengers. Yes. Alright, so this card was from the end of March reading. And it has the Owl Spirit. The Owl Spirit represents wisdom. It represents the ancestors. Sometimes if you see an Owl Spirit, a medicine person is basically doing prayers and affirmations for you. Or it shows you that an enemy is trying to send some evil energy your way. Okay, when you see that, it just depends on how you feel and the thoughts that pop into your head when you see the Owl Spirit, which will determine which one it is. Is it a good sign or a bad sign? Okay, so in this, it talks about truth. Owls represent wisdom. So, the truth doesn't need me to believe it. We talked about this last time. The truth simply is, and it survives, believe it or not. Lies need me to believe them. If I don't believe lies, they don't survive my skepticism, and they simply fucking disappear. Lies. Lies, 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 lies. So, choose truth over lies. Choose truth. Truth stands the test of time. Hands down. Truth stands the test of time. I'm going to pull some more because those were from the last reading. Clearly, they want to be seen again. But, sometimes the truth is silent. You just know some shit. And somebody can be lying through their teeth, and you just silent because you like, I know that's a lie. Like, whatever. Sometimes you don't even have to speak. You can just walk away, change the subject, or sometimes call them out. It just depends. Go with the flow, go with your discernment, your intuition. So, what other card is there? Okay. So this kind of plays on, okay. Now, Easter. I'm not a Christian, but everybody is celebrating Easter. And I broke down Easter is Ishtar, Astara. I said all the fertility goddesses of old. In essence, they represent the earth, which is fertility. Especially in springtime, that's when the earth blooms and blossoms, gives birth to all of this lovely things on earth. And I'm saying that because it says today is the day of my last judgment. And so when people, like, they celebrate Easter, because I used to be a Christian. I grew up knowing my Aboriginal Indigenous heritage, but I was raised as a Christian. And so as a Christian, you judge yourself. And it talks about Judgment Day, you know, that's in the air. And then they did Passover, the memorial last week. That's when they do symbolic cannibalism and eat of the body and the blood of the character Jesus. Now, I said that because this card talks about judgment. Now, when I was a Christian, I did judge people because they didn't do the symbolic cannibalism ritual, which is communion, where you eat the bread that represents the body of the character of Jesus and drink the juice that represents the blood of the character of Jesus. Today, I know that that is a symbolic cannibalistic ritual that was incorporated. We can do a video talking about that, expelling, the enemy's rituals that they forced upon our people. Like one of my ancestors, they were converted. They were Aboriginal indigenous people, but they were converted to Christianity. Oh, wow, you didn't know until you were grown. Yeah, I knew. My great-grandmother and my grandmother told me. My dad told me, my mother told me. Now, I found out some new things about my mother's side when I got grown. I'll share that in another video. But my ancestors that were converted to Christianity, they started their own church. And it's like the leaders, the chiefs, the warriors, they became the pastors, the ministers, the medicine holy men and women, the medicine women and men. They became like the nurse of the church, or the healers. Like, you go, I know about down south, they have like those holiness churches where, they do the healing ceremonies, where you go to the lake or the river and you're dipped into the water for cleansing. A lot of those practices are ancient indigenous practices, but they incorporated Christianity in it. So it's a big pot of gumbo. All the gumbo is not good. But I used to judge people because they didn't partake in that cannibalistic ritual. It's a symbolic cannibalistic ritual. I did judge people. In 2007, actually before then, I left. I was a prophetess in training in church. I had my own prayer ministry and all of that. I had an elder Caucasian woman ask me, was I Indian, when I was about 22 years old. Okay. Yeah, I mean, when I was young, I always got teased as, oh, Pocahontas, that kind of thing. But I knew that I had Indian in my blood, American Indian in my blood. And some of the tribes, like my great-grandmother, she still practiced gathering the herbs and the roots, and taught my dad how to recognize different herbs and roots. She dealt a lot with elderberries. That was her thing. She even did elderberry wine. She did elderberry, like a drink for healing, and then she did elderberry wine too. So she, yeah, she was something else. But I spent a lot of time with her. She died when she was 95. That was my great-grandmother. My dad says that I have more of her spirit, because she dealt with healing, herbs and roots, and spirituality. She was a spiritual woman. And a lot of the things that she did, my dad tells me today that I do them, which I know that is her blood in my DNA speaking through me. So, judgment. Now, we judge ourselves, we judge others, and we gotta watch that shit. I had to grow the fuck up. I had to do self-assessment. First, I had to find out the truth, do self-assessment, get my own shit right, and then look through a clearer lens at people. And I don't always have to spew my judgment towards people. I had to learn that shit. So, today is the day of my last judgment. Okay? Today is the very last day that I judge either myself or anybody else. I accept myself just the way I am. I accept everybody else just the way they are. The reward is my eternal happiness. So, basically, moral of the story, don't waste your energy judging other people. You know, if you will, if you must have judgment, judge yourself. Meaning, evaluate yourself daily. Look in that black obsidian mirror daily and judge yourself. Evaluate yourself. If you don't like the word judgment, evaluate yourself. See what you can work on with yourself, what you can heal, what you can do better. Anything that's for your involution and your evolution, for you evolving. You gotta look at that shit. You gotta look at self first. Now, if someone comes to you and they ask advice or guidance, then that's like a lightweight form of judgment, but it's really evaluating. They're asking you to help evaluate me. Am I tripping? What can I do to better myself? Or what can I do to heal myself? Or what can I do to better myself in any kind of way? Now, that is a judgment that is welcome, because somebody is coming to you and asking your expert knowledge or your expert opinion. So that is a totally different thing. You feel me? So I'll get that card later. But so we're gonna close out. I thank y'all for tuning in with me. I'm gonna get my sacred corn pipe, my Tsilaw'nee pipe, and we're going to send up prayers and affirmations, especially that we manifest with this green, fertile energy of spring. We still got time to plant seeds so that they will be nurtured, cultivated, bloom, and blossom, okay? We still got time to do it. So, y'all feel me? I appreciate y'all for hanging with me. I already got some tobacco in my sacred corn pipe, my Tsilaw'nee pipe, if you will. And if you can't get it from a reservation at the smoke shop or the smoke tent, whatever, the smoke center, you can get some organic tobacco. I have some organic, 100% organic tobacco, American Spirit. It's the turquoise blue one with the dark Gunage black Aboriginal, Indigenous, Touchless man likeness on it, with the sacred pipe, which I have my sacred pipe. And we're going to close out with some prayers and affirmations. So, y'all want to say it with me? Y'all got y'all herb of choice, whether that's tobacco right now or any herb of choice. There's many other herbs that we use, like in Connect, which is a herbal mixture. I make my own. I put bearberry in there, sometimes mugwort, Damiana, depends. Damiana taps into a fertile energy. That would be good for right now in spring. Damiana. Okay, I got some at home. Mugwort, it will help you have clear, vivid dreams, clarity. Mullein is good for your lungs. You can actually make tea out of mullein. It's called Happy Lung Tea, to heal your lungs. Since we're coming out of the pandemic, things dealing with your respiratory, your breathing system. So, all right, I have tobacco in here already. So, let me throw a little out. Great Spirit and the ancestors. Just taking a little in my hand. And I'm at the park, so and by a tree in the water. So, all right. Prayers and affirmations. Yeah, I got y'all tobacco or herb of choice. We're going to do prayers and affirmations together. I like doing affirmations because they are words of power that you speak. You think them, you speak them. They're words of power. You're commanding things to come to pass versus asking for something. Because even with prayers, you have to do the legwork. Even though I do an affirmation, I have to walk it like I talk it. That type of thing. So, gonna do prayers and affirmations. This is for our people to be restored and be rebirthed, resurrected, and renewed at this springtime, whether they know that we are doing affirmations for them or not. We are speaking fertile energy for our people to be restored and renewed. Great Spirit, ancestors, Great Spirit, ancestors, and spirit guides. We flow in divine love, divine health, divine wealth, divine prosperity, divine protection, divine abundance, divine power, divine wisdom with balance daily. Hurrah. Y'all have a good day. Good spring season in your life, rebirthing, birthing forth things, embracing that fertile energy, that fertile power, and using it wisely. So when you get the money, use it wisely. As you draw the money to you and those high frequencies, use it wisely. I love y'all. Ashe. Ayo. Peace.